Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to Sn Academic. Today the topic that we are going to discuss is community management of acute malnutrition, CMAM. First of all, let's discuss about the background. So, according to the Global Nutrition Report 2016, there are almost 2 billion people worldwide that are suffering from micronutrient deficiencies. 800 million people have caloric deficiencies. 159 million children are stunted. 50 million are wasted. 41 million are overweight, and approximately 50% of the child deaths are linked to malnutrition. So, this calls for a need to change as traditional rehabilitation centers still have limited reach. So, this calls for the global shift towards the community driven approaches, one of which being the CMAM. It was developed by Valid International in 1999 and endorsed by WHO and UNICEF. It is a community based care for the acute malnutrition rather than the home based care. But what exactly is CMAM? Now, CMAM stands for Community Management of Acute Malnutrition. That is a public health approach that is being endorsed to identify, treat, and then prevent the severe acute malnutrition in children under the age of 5 at the community level. So, now why is CMAM important? First of all, being the high burdens of the malnutrition. Acute malnutrition, it affects millions of children worldwide. CMAM plays a very important role in basically identifying the malnutrition and then treating it. It also supports early detection, and as we know, the early detection will lead to early intervention. It also prevents child mortality as it is the leading causes of death in children at the age of 5, and timely intervention can be life saving. It also brings treatment closer to home that reduces the barriers like distance and the cost. That basically causes more higher coverage and community involvement and making it accessible and scalable for all. Also, the local people are involved in the detection, referral, and the follow up. So it ultimately empowers the communities. The outpatient care is then less expensive than the inpatient care, and so it basically allows more health system to reach more children, making it cost effective. Now, when is CMAM used? CMAM is first of all used in the emergencies and the food crisis. For example, in Ethiopia, there are droughts and disasters going on, where the due to which the malnutrition rates are rising rapidly. Other than this, in the areas where there is high malnutrition rates, for example, in some areas of Balochistan in Pakistan, also the areas where the healthcare access is limited, like some rural areas of Pakistan. Other than this, where the weak or overburdened health system exists, like in Somalia and Sudan, where there are existing crises that basically makes CMAM helpful there. Also, it is also used in the areas where there are stable conditions, or where there are crisis conditions for the basically it is suitable for the long-term programs and also the emergency responses alike. So now, who are the target groups? The target groups are the children under the age of 5, both those who are having the severe acute malnutrition or the moderate acute malnutrition. The children that have the severe acute malnutrition basically have their mid-arm circumference less than 11.5 centimeter, and those with the moderate acute malnutrition have their mid-arm circumference around 11.5 to 12.5 centimeter, while the normal for the children under the age of 5 is 12.5 centimeter or greater. The target these being the vulnerable groups, and also our target groups are also the pregnant and lactating women that are responsible for nurturing the child and taking care of it, and also the communities and the caregivers for the awareness. Now, what are the components of the community management of acute malnutrition? There are four basic components. First, being the community mobilization, that involves the community being used to actively find the cases and then raise awareness and also give nutrition education to people. Also, the community health workers will be involved in the early detection using the mid-arm circumference tapes and also referring them to the appropriate department. Other than this, there is supplementary feeding programs for the children. Those have moderate acute malnutrition and those that are recovering from the severe acute malnutrition. It basically, through this program, the energy-rich supplementary foods are provided to the children. The third being the outpatient therapeutic program. It is basically the home-based care for the children with the severe acute malnutrition, but without any complications. It involves weekly follow-ups, and the community health workers are involved, and they supply the basically the children with the RUTF, that is ready to use therapeutic food. The last one being the stabilization center or the inpatient care, that is basically a hospital-based care for the children with the severe acute malnutrition, but with complications like diarrhea, vomiting. For in this component, basically the therapeutic feeding is provided to the children, and also the medical treatment is provided to treat the symptoms and the other complications that the children are facing. Now, how does the community management of acute malnutrition work? The first being the screening in the community, that is being done by the community healthcare workers using the mid-arm circumference tapes and also the weight for height measurement. And it identifies the children with the severe acute malnutrition or the moderate acute malnutrition, as you can see in the picture as well. Then after the screening, they are referred to the appropriate departments. For example, the outpatient therapeutic program for the acute malnutrition without complication, supplementary feeding program for the moderate acute malnutrition, and for those suffering, for those recovering from the severe acute malnutrition, and inpatient care for the severe acute malnutrition but with complications. Also, for the outpatient therapeutic program, as I've explained earlier, that RUTF is provided. That is basically ready to use therapeutic food that is high energy and ready to use food, and it is safe and requires no cooking or water. Other than this, the last step being the follow-up, that involves weekly checkups and also the progress tracking, and also transition to supplementary feeding program or discharge after the children has recovered. Now, what is the role of the community health workers in all of this? As explained earlier, they identify the cases and they refer the cases to the appropriate departments. They educate the families and support them, and guide them on using how to use RUTF. They also distribute the RUTF sachets to their homes, and also monitor their recovery using mock tests or the weight to height measurements. And also they also track child's progress and adjust care as needed. They also serve as a link between the community and the healthcare system, and they follow up on the defaulters and encourage families to complete the treatment, and also answer any question they have. Now, as any program have challenges, CMAM has some challenges as well. First being the resource constraint. Obviously, if there is insufficient funding and frequent shortage of the RUTF sachets, it would hinder the effective treatment delivery. Other than this, there are geographical barriers that still exist due to the inadequate health structure that reduces the community outreach and service coverage. Other than this, the one major issue is also the inadequate training of the staff, of the healthcare workers who lack training in the integrated management of the childhood illness, and also the severe acute malnutrition protocols. Other than these, there is also a delay in the referral system, and there is a delay in identifying and referring the cases to the stabilization center that basically compromises the effectiveness of this program. Also, there are cultural and social barriers. People still do lack awareness about the malnutrition signs, and they refuse the treatment that is being given by the CMAM, that basically also serves as a challenge in endorsing the community management of acute malnutrition program. So this brings us to the end of the discussion. Now, CMAM is basically what it is: a life-saving, community-driven approach that basically ensures early detection and treatment of the malnutrition. It involves families, it involves healthcare workers, and it involves whole system. And it is also a practical solution for both emergency and the non-emergency settings. So thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope this video would help you, and make sure not to like, subscribe, and share. And also comment your questions down below. I will love to answer all your questions. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz, everyone.